name is Sulma Arzu-Brown, Director of Operations for the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We are excited to showcase the very first episode of Minutes with the Minds, which is 5 to 10 minute conversations with our members and our partners. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Executive Director of BronxNet Television, Michael Max Knobbe. How are you, Michael?
I'm better now that I'm joining you, Zulma, and the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're very proud at BronxNet of our partnership with the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And through this crisis, we're helping to build with you opportunities to provide important information to the public, to help reinvigorate the economy, and to help small business and aspiring entrepreneurs with important information through these broadcasts on BronxNet and beyond.
And we appreciate that, which is why we realized that you were definitely the very first interview that we needed to have. We are all forced to just be creative and reinvent ourselves by going virtual and by going digital. Michael, how is BronxNet helping Bronx businesses remain relevant and make that transition?
As the public service multimedia network of the people of the Bronx, serving the Bronx with workforce development training for students and media education for the public, as well as local programming by, for, and about the Bronx that reflects the diversity of the Bronx, BronxNet hit the ground running. We basically migrated to remote collaboration, production, and broadcast early on so that we could continue to provide vital information and updates to the public through the crisis, through this global pandemic, without interruption. So right now we've rebranded our programs, including we now call it OpenBX RX. And our hosts are hosting from home, a home TV studio. And we help our public also produce from the home. From the safety of your own home, you could take an online media education workshop with BronxNet. You can produce your own program and connect with your neighbors and the world via BronxNet television. And we also created an on-screen Bronx Public Awareness Alert Zone system that has RSS feeds on BronxNet Optimum 67 and FiOS 33. It has that news and information from those streams, as well as social media feeds, relevant, credible sources and handles that are sharing important updates about this crisis. And BronxNet has also been broadcasting the briefings from our mayor, Mayor de Blasio, and Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo's briefings every day, 7 days a week. We are interviewing community leaders, elected leaders, medical officers, doctors, and community people, everyday people. We're doing this on shows like Dialogo Abierto, Mission BX, Perspectives, and Today's Verdict.
The Bronx Buzz, Bronx Talk on BronxNet.
Open 2.0, hosted by high school students interviewing people throughout this crisis and during this pandemic, connecting with youth. And we're building and we're scaling up from there.
And we appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and you are definitely the go-to source when it comes to all things the Bronx. But we also, we follow you, but you're also working with a lot of nonprofits. I was just in a conference call with you and many superintendents. In terms of education, teachers and educators are getting creative with how to make learning more exciting for kids and make sure that they're engaged, and how that collaboration happened.
Not every student, not every family has access to internet in the Bronx. Working with educators through reactivating educational access for children at home during this period of where we're isolating and school is closed. There are online education offerings, but what about students that don't have reliable bandwidth because of economic disparity, because of the digital divide? And we're helping to bridge that in partnership with Bronx educators, administrators, the Bronx Executive Superintendent.
Remote learning from your television set. It's an opportunity for educators to partner with community-based organizations, elected officials, parents, families, and students. Creating this space and partnering with BronxNet is a super special and unique opportunity for us to get into the houses of our students, but also give them access to that education.
Principal Torres and other terrific engaged teachers are producing content, and we're sharing with them best practices to be able to connect directly with students and families and provide really inspiring educational content across disciplines, across grade bands, from preschool to elementary school to middle school to high school on the 6 BronxNet channels. And it's such terrific energy that we're seeing from our educators and administrators on this. Local educators connecting with local children and families via BronxNet.
As the Chamber, we are a membership organization. We have a pretty extensive network and partners. Is there anything you want to say to our network in terms of how we can help BronxNet and all the good work that you are doing?
With what we're doing with Bronx Edulution and reactivating educational access, with what we're doing to connect artists and arts organizations with audiences, and also reconnect them to the creative economy. That's what another big effort. We are seeking partners to be able to do this at an even higher level. And all these things are happening, including voter literacy programs. The June 23rd primaries in New York and in the region are fast approaching, and there are important congressional races. We're interviewing the candidates. We're providing digital town halls and debates in partnership with organizations, and business and organizations need to know that BronxNet is your natural ally in navigating these rough waters in times where there's normalcy, in good times, and in times of crisis like what we're facing with this global pandemic. BronxNet is your partner, your natural ally, your open work. And we have 3 studios during the regular course of business, BronxNet at the Hub in the South Bronx, BronxNet, our network operations at Lehman College, and our satellite studio in the East Bronx, BronxNet at Mercy College. We've been in isolation. There's going to be new challenges even after this pandemic as a result of this crisis. And we have to advocate, we have to work together. You see people innovating. You see people making things in the Bronx that weren't being manufactured before. Making hand sanitizer like what PMD is doing, right? The distillers, they're making hand sanitizer at Port Morris Distillery where they make the Batoro. There's Bronx innovators, there's Bronx entrepreneurs. There are tool sets that we've developed, and there's partnerships and collaborations that we've built as a result of this pandemic. So, we've got to come out of this better and more aware and more cognizant of how we can help each other.
You said it best, how we can help each other. And that's the purpose of Minutes with the Minds and our partners and our network and our members here at the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So this optimistic perspective, we share it with you.
I also want to say how proud I am of our teams at BronxNet Television. We are providing vital news and information, and we are a critical service journalists that are out on the ground. Very talented producers and hosts that are sharing this information, interviewing great people like yourself from their home TV studios. An engineering team, an IT team, and web team, and administrative team, and media educators and training and programming, all stepping up, working at unconventional hours, 7 days a week, to make sure that we're providing the most relevant information and services for our community in this new paradigm. So I'm very proud of our BronxNet team and very proud of our partnership with the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you so much, and we're proud to call you our partners as well. And I pray for you and all your team to continue to stay safe and healthy. Michael, how can we contact you, or how can we work with BronxNet?
So my email is max@bronxnet.org, max@bronxnet.org. You can find me on Instagram @BronxStrong. And then our website is a great resource because not only does it have important information, BronxNet.tv online has video on demand. It has all of our channels streaming. So you could see the live streams. When we're doing a live show on BronxNet, you could see it on the web at BronxNet.tv, as well as finding all of your favorite programs as video on demand at BronxNet.tv. And then we're on Optimum 67 through 70 and 951, 952, in full high definition. We're also on files 33 through 38.
I do want to also say that Zulma, over the years, seeing the work of the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has been inspiring. The work you do for small business and entrepreneurs, and the information that you share about navigating the city and the state, and building business and connecting people. I'm so proud to work with you, Nick Lugo, and the whole team at the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
I'm not sure if our audience knows that Michael has been our MC for many of our events, and he was labeled as the voice of God. So in closing, I just want to ask Michael something fun to do. Can you give us a BronxNet promo in the only way the voice of God can do it?
God willing, we'll come out of this stronger. Let's remember those we've lost to this terrible pandemic. Let's salute our front lines, our heroes, and the unheralded. Let's not take each other for granted. Have more empathy and learn from this experience. BronxNet is your multimedia public service network and open work. Keep New York tough. Stay Bronx strong. All city para siempre.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I can't wait to continue to do a couple of more of these with you as we continue to help our members and partners bring the much needed resource to the Hispanic community as a whole. So we appreciate you so much. Once again, stay Bronx strong.
Para siempre.